People like waiting to buy this summer. I'm like, what are you doing? Buy now, sell later. Do not wait. We are going to see price jumps like you've never even heard of. One of the things too, when we do this, I will say telling people to have these new buyer consultations is really important. Like they've got to sit down and say, hey, you got any money? Zach, you and I shot a video on this about 8 years ago. I remember we were talking about something like that. Having a source of hard money for every one of your clients is really important right now. That's an issue, like, because anything you can to get people cash so they can close fast, close without contingencies is crucial. Bridge loans, having bridge loans for them right now is valuable. So having those, and it's never been easier to find. You guys do realize that. I mean,
yeah.
Watch CNBC right now. It's right behind me. I mean, Bank of America is like bleeding. Why? They have too much money. No one wants to borrow it. Like that's ever happened before. Like the country is so rich, no one wants to borrow money. Isn't that weird? Like no one wants to get home loans because no one with home loans is actually getting houses. It's only the people with cash. This is what happens when you print $20 trillion over the course of 5 years. It's nuts. There's so much money flowing through the economy. It's going to drive inflation nuts. And of course, appreciation, it's going to explode. I really think we might go up 20% a year in home values. I really do. So if you're waiting to buy anything, please do not wait. Hurry up and buy anything. People like waiting to buy this summer. I'm like, what are you doing? Buy now, sell later. Do not wait. We are going to see price jumps like you've never even heard of. It's going to make 04 and 05 look nothing. I expect 20% a year here for 2 or 3 years, which has never been done before. I really do, just because it's too much money. So hard money, I mean, you can go get a hard money loan for like 7% right now because these guys are just sitting on money and no one wants to borrow it. So you can literally go borrow it for 7%. I'd go out and just buy all the freaking properties you can. And you're going to get massive returns on it right now. Barring some, national race riots or something out of Minneapolis, I can't see any other big black swan event coming right now. It's a wonderful time to get invested because if you have money on the sidelines when there's inflation going on, all that money is just getting worthless. Cash is worthless. Isn't that crazy? That's what happens when you have inflation. Cash becomes worthless. It's turned into the peso. But if you have it in real estate, it's like, oh my God, it's just getting worth so much.
Yeah, that's like go borrow it and buy houses and let the bank's money turn to nothing and let your real estate go 20% a year.
And boy, you have got to learn to sell that to your clients right now because it's true. If you're not, I'd hang up the license, man. Because you're not doing anybody a favor. That's our job is to help people. And this is a no-brainer right now. It's an absolute no-brainer. Yeah, I'm just trying to make time to buy real estate. It's because I tell you, just buy everything you can. Get yourself thin. Because people love to sit on big piles of cash, but what they don't understand is it's not worth that much right now. What's hard to do is find something to invest in. Buyers aren't worth much. So hard to do. So it's kind of fun though. And with our buyer's agents, we got to make sure we make their mentality positive and let them realize, hey, it's actually the best time to be a buyer's agent. So stop griping about the inventory. There's low inventory, but you don't have to show. So it's a lot less work. You just got to get over the fact it's going to take 4 offers to get 1 under contract. If you can get over that, which is it's a failure proposition, 25% of the time you're going to succeed. That's actually pretty good. I mean, you can make a Major League Baseball team batting that average. You wouldn't make the All-Star team, but you'd make the show. And that's the average you need. You're gonna strike out a lot more times than you actually get a hit. And if you have that attitude and you just realize I got to write 80 offers to get 20 transactions this year, I'm gonna do it. So what I've got my teams doing is that inventory pipeline is so big right now. And I'm just going to show it to you in case you do. I usually have them put it right behind the team scoreboard, and I have them go over it all the time anyway. But if you look over here, that's our listing inventory pipeline, but our buyer inventory is what I'm really focused on right now. These are active buyer leads that we've got under contract. We're always trying to contact. These are the most important contacts we make, more important than SOI and more important than anything, because these are people we know that are looking. That we have not got a buyer agency agreement signed with. Boy, is it important to have that signed right now. that we need to stay in contact with, because we know these are people that want to buy in the next year. So it's, your highest conversion rate phone call you can make. And then we're trying to set buyer consultation appointments, and then they become what we call buyer listings up here once we got the buyer agency agreement signed. And we're always charting which agents on the team, how many they've got. I can tell you right now, Melissa has 10 under contract, which means she's got about 2.5 transactions there. Remember, 4 to 1. 4 to 1, you apply that ratio to 10, that's going to be 2.5. That means she's got 2.5 transactions sitting right up here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got my quick math there?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Should have had that one in 8th grade. Okay, so right there, we need to grow this. So right now, I'm looking at a lead measure here. Our lead measure is not how many contracts written, how many deals closed, how many we've got pending. This is what I'm focused on. Because Melissa, we got to get you up to 20. Jessica, you're in big trouble. You don't even have 1 transaction here. We got to get you up to 10. Logan, Tasha, my goodness, what can we do to lead generate to get your buyer inventory up higher? How are we doing with contacting all these people? So this is how we determine how successful we're going to be. And we use this buyer inventory pipeline. It's one of the most valuable files we have in our weekly team meetings every single week. Listing inventory is the same thing, but we shouldn't have a problem in this market, right? These are your listing leads. This is when we get the agreement signed, waiting to go active, and this is when they go active. You probably won't have any up here because these are going to get sold within a day. These, not a big issue, but we might have some buyers in here. We can start looking to speed them up. So then we get our buyer's agents on these and also put them over here under our buyer agency agreement. So we're at least trying to push them on the buy side too, because boy, they'll get some urgency once they find something to buy. And that's our inventory pipeline tracker. And that's just go into the file section of Coach Accountability and type in Coach Countable and type in inventory pipelines in the file section. You download that Excel file and just stick it right behind your scoreboard. Because that's what I'm looking at right now is how many active buyers we got. Because they'll say, how's your buyer's agents doing also? I don't know. Let's take a look at your pipeline. How many active buyers everybody on your team have? And to me, if they're saying, well, my buyer's agents are too busy because they're saying they're writing too many offers, and I'll be, oh, okay, too busy writing too many offers. And I'll say, how many buyers are they working with? And well, this guy's only got 3. I'm like, really? To me, with 3, we need to get that to 10, 15, 20, right? So why aren't we making the contacts on the scoreboard? Why aren't we trying to get more buyers? And that's how you prove it to them. So we hold agents accountable through the pipeline right now. Sound good?
Yep.